As we looked around the web this morning, we found a few reasons to make a long story short for you today. According to our CBS station, that would be WBZ in Boston, a Harvard study found that when people talk about themselves, their brains light up as if they were eating good food or getting money. That's good news for some narcissists.
This next story comes to us from the Huffington Post, and I have to warn you, it's kind of tough to watch. A father, apparently playing with his young child at the laundromat, puts the kid in a washing machine, which then locked once it started up. The parents, obviously terrified, as the child spun around inside the machine. After a minute, a worker did manage to unplug the machine. We're told the child is okay, suffering some minor bruising. I'm not okay after watching that, though, I have to tell you. I just can't imagine why that was a good idea in the first place to play in the washing machine.
That falls under the stupid with 2 O's, but the little boy's okay. Our CBS Memphis station, WREG, says a Mississippi woman fell in love with a foreclosed home. After she closed on it, her unemployed husband fixed it up and planned to sell it for a profit. Then they found out they actually bought the house next door. What? The realtor blames the mortgage company. Now they're waiting for some answers. In our long story short, we can just say big, big, huge mistake.
Huge.
Yes.
That's the same pretty woman. The New York Post tells us about a woman fired from her job because she was too sexy, she says. Lauren Ode says her bosses told her to tape down her breasts at one point to make them look smaller. They also gave her a red bathrobe, which they wanted her to wear in the office to cover herself up, which she called shocking and humiliating. She is filing a complaint. Lauren actually worked for a company that sold lingerie,
including a thong or two. So I'm thinking, that's too sexy. All righty then. Our CBS Atlanta station, WGCL, says a man is accused of not being, how should we say, very neighborly because he left some dog poop in the mailbox. Bob Fernand. Hello, Bob.
Bob Fernand.
Bob, how do you say his name?
Fernand.
Bob Fernand is a former president of CNN Headline News. He was caught on surveillance video dropping off the surprise right after walking his dog. Fernand says he's had a long-running feud with his neighbor. He faces a $180 fine and all the embarrassment of all the people that know him. Now, you were at CNN. Do you know him? Did you know him?
I didn't know. I knew of him. I actually worked with his son. I had orientation with his son back in 2003.
His son, he's so proud today.
He was there for a long time. I think he was there for, gosh, 17 years or something. He retired a long time ago.
No, his son is going, thanks, Dad.